Guys.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
What's going on, guys? This is the For Real Podcast with your hosts,
Nicole.
and Monty, and we are here today with episode 10. I actually know the right episode number now. Episode 10. And guys, we decided that something was off before, and we were talking about newer movies, but I felt like that there wasn't enough passion in the conversation. So I spoke to Nicole and I said, babe, let's put
Relevance isn't always the answer.
It's not. So I said, babe, let's think of a passionate movie that we both like, that we both can talk about. What do you think? She gave me a list of movies, and then she landed on this very one. What movie am I talking about?
We're talking about Enough.
Enough, starring Jennifer Lopez. Guys, if you have not seen this movie, you must
What are you even doing?
You must have a perfect life, and no one wants to taint your life.
Nobody wants to corrupt that. Yeah.
Come on, cheap plug. No one wants to taint that good lifestyle. But yeah, so it's starring Jennifer Lopez. See, look, your boy even did his homework a little bit. All right, I wanted to make sure I came correct. Starring J-Lo, directed by a man named Michael Apted, or Apt. I don't really know. Budgeted $38 million, sold $50 million per my Googles. And also, a good movie should make 3 times their production budget. But let me tell you something. Do not be fooled by this number. It is the timing that this movie came out. If this movie came out today, I mean, probably 4 times.
Yeah.
Probably 4 times. So that's all I'm going to say right now. Quick little intro. Also, babe, how was your day?
My day was good. It was funny.
Steamy.
We were talking about.
Can I do a shameless plug?
Like how? Oh, sure.
Yeah. Y'all see the OB drip. Y'all see the off-brand drip. Yeah, see this. Sorry, but we are dropping a new off-brand piece on. Holy crap! When this comes out, it will have dropped already. We just dropped a new off-brand piece yesterday. So just letting y'all know. Go check that in. Shameless plug. Offbrand.company on Instagram. Go ahead.
I don't remember what.
Isn't it great?
What did you ask me? Oh, my day. My day. Matter. So we had said earlier that like today felt like it was going, like the time was going by fast, but the day felt still fulfilled. And it's still going. I think it's like 8. It's almost 9 o'clock, but it still feels like a great day, especially because we have this episode that I'm so excited to talk about. I'm like pumped. There's still.
Let me sit up.
I still got the frog in my throat.
Ritz, you got to
So
chill.
I don't know how this episode's going to go. It might be a little funny. It might be emotional. And it might even veer off and talk about like a world issue. Yeah, we don't even know. So I'm game. I'm ready for whatever because I love this movie. There's a reason why I mentioned this movie because I've seen it probably like 5 or 7 times, and I'm so passionate every single time I'm done watching it. You want to hear
something crazy? You said 5 or 7 times. My dad, back when he was married when I was younger, he I guess we would just go out and stuff, or like maybe we didn't have cable for a certain amount of time, but my dad always had DVDs. And I remember my dad had a compact. It was called Compact, COMPAQ laptop that took, CDs, DVDs, whatever. And I guess because, without cable or something, we would just watch movies. This was one movie that we used to watch all the time. Me and my sister, we used to watch Enough. I used to watch The Sixth Man with Marlon Wayans and V for Vendetta. Weird 3 movies. I know they are all different, off-brand. You know what I'm saying? But dude, 3 movies that I really, really enjoy. And I probably watched this movie 7 times back then.
Yeah.
But man, and that was just like in a weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, incredible movie. This is
wow, which is so amazing that you would watch it now and it'd feel like watching it again for the first time.
No, definitely. So like at that point, I was probably like 12 years old. Which again, if y'all know what this movie is about, you're probably like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" 12, 13 years old watching this movie about domestic violence.
I mean, the start on life that you've had.
Been tainted. Your boy been tainted. But it's an incredible movie, man. Also, if I didn't mention, but that man who directed it, movies that he's directed before this one was 007 with Pierce Brosnan. Sorry. And after this was Narnia. Crazy movies.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different movies. Completely. All three
yeah,
of them
especially
different.
like knowing how extravagant those movies are. And then this one is like everyday life.
Exactly. But like he captured the action of what this I'm
going into it in my notes, so
deep. But I wanted to do this a little different.
How's your day going?
My day's going great. I mean, I was sick. I mean, y'all can hear this disgusting cough. I apologize, but I'm getting over it, so that's great. I got to sleep last night. I couldn't sleep for these past like 3 days. Great sleep. Got up early, went back to sleep. Praise God for Saturday. Did groceries, had an incredible conversation.
Oh gosh, with our neighbor.
Incredible conversation with our neighbor who, unfortunately to us, fortunate to him, is moving. Always sucks when you get close to someone, then they start leaving. But
don't I know it?
Trauma.
Trauma.
But yeah, we had just the greatest conversation with him. I mean, I will hold that convo probably for the rest of my life. Yeah, did that. Came home. Yeah, we've been home since. We haven't left.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just walk the doggos.
Walk the doggos, had some breakfast, chilling. Yeah, so
which
it's been
we
great.
didn't go to Home Goods.
Freaking A, bro. What time is it?
No, I think they close at like 10.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it.
Tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow's a new day. Yeah, so my day's been good. I'm glad that we landed on this movie last minute and just turned it on.
And I didn't remember it. Remember,
yeah.
we were just laying down and we're trying to like
Chef. That's what we were about to, which is great. But like, man,
what John Favreau. But
what a missed opportunity this would have been, and it would have been episode 11. That would have been whack.
Yeah,
I've been pissed. I'm not big into numbers, but certain things like that, like.
No, and I
Jim
think
and
about
Adam
it.
was episode 7, it's like a powerful number.
Yeah.
So episode 10.
Boom. And we're four episodes away from our next verses.
Yes, this is our first. Whoa, that's sick.
Yeah.
This is the first double-digit episode, and I feel like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see, we're like hitting a milestone, guys. We've been giving you an episode every week for 10 weeks. Babe, that's 2 months.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Woo! 2-month birthday.
Imagine if we like the day that we celebrate For Real Podcast's first year.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Hopefully by then we'll be at Sundance. We'll have that memory.
Guys, listen.
We'll have guests.
I hope you're feeling this right now because this is the energy that me and my wife felt when we first started doing it. And again, I just think it was because we were trying to stay a little, relevant. You want to talk about relevant movies, but like we want to give you the ins and outs of all the movies we like.
Yeah.
And we're going to speak more passionately about movies that we really care about. So if there's one that's out there that really piques our interest, like Knock at a Cabin, for sure, we'll go see it. We'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to do, I think, a lot more of this. And I want this to be an accountability thing. If you love this, we appreciate you. Y'all are the core fans. Y'all are the best. And if you don't appreciate this and you don't want to see this, this is not the podcast for you. I'm sorry.
And then go make your own movie, and so we can critique it.
That's it. Yeah, sorry. And invite us. This is how we work. This is how we help each other. So I'm each other in the ecosystem. I'm sweating. I'm hype.
I'm so hyped that this is our 10th episode because, like you said, I think now about Chef.
Yeah.
Mind you, I love Chef.
Great movie,
but
I could have
does not spark the same like.
He's not getting to me. You're not getting to me.
Yeah, not this much at least.
Nah, this is and definitely not for me, man. Not that movie, but this movie.
Yeah,
this movie hits home.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I was saying like I almost forgot it because we were like laying down and you're like, what were those movies that you said you were passionate about?
Yeah.
Going through the list, and then honestly, probably a whole 5 minutes later, I was like, Oh, I remember the other one. It was
Exactly.
enough. And look how it all just happened.
Exactly. It was worth it, and I'm hyped. So, babe, let's
Yes.
get right into it. Casting, acting, chemistry. I'm gonna pass the ball to you. Here is your phone, madame.
And I'm going to switch it up because I'm going to do the synopsis and then you're jumping into
Gang,
casting and
gang, gang. Let's
acting.
go. I'm ready for it.
So
Man.
synopsis, if you have not,
If y'all
sorry.
see, go ahead. You do what you gotta do. If y'all see Ritz, I don't know what he's doing. This man is out. He's been sleeping all day.
So if you don't know what the movie is yet, because there is
Shameless plug.
there is a small population out there who maybe has never even heard of this movie. It is, when did this come out?
2002.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you
20 years. Holy shoot.
go ahead and freak out. What's up?
What did I tell you earlier? What else happened 20 years ago? Yes.
Really? That was 20 years ago?
Dude, this happened at the same time.
Wow.
That's weird.
That is
we'll get
weird.
into that. We'll get into that.
Yeah. That's why I like lipped it. Hopefully the mic was in front so nobody saw that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Go ahead, baby. Synopsis.
Yeah, synopsis.
Synopsisize this thing.
So the entire movie is you see the story of a developing domestic abuse case with a girl named Slim. I don't even think we know her last name.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even her real name. We find out in the beginning of the movie, not her real name. And Slim, it's literally from scratch. Like, she's a single woman, single mom, gets into a relationship, and even some time goes by.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes the red flags aren't there immediately.
Nope.
And at least 5 years into her marriage, she is finally hit by her husband.
Finally.
And it really just escalates from there. I mean, escalates to the peak of peaks. What?
I just wanted you to mention not why it happened, but bang, just happened right now. Dang. But her husband is cheating on her.
Yes.
She confronts him numerous times. After one, I guess, final time, that's when he struck her.
Yeah. And it only gets worse from there. But you follow her as she really navigates through how does she want to continue her life. You know, does she take the path of endurance or does she take the path of liberation?
Yeah.
And as we talk about it more, we'll get into it. But that's the entire movie.
Yes. Oh man. All right.
So,
I'll get into
here.
it. Casting, acting, and chemistry. Okay. So we got J-Lo as the protagonist. I don't know the rest of the people. What's the girl's name that she was?
Juliette Lewis.
Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
Juliette Lewis is her best friend. But I don't know their names. But no, you're good.
Okay.
I don't know their names, but everyone who's in here, J-Lo. So let's go. The wife, woman who plays the wife. I mean, incredible. Her that they show her like in the diner, so you can already see when she speaks to Mitch's friend, she's already on defense mode. Like, her father has left her life. They'll talk about that in the movie. Again, this is a podcast of spoilers. If you have not seen it, go watch it right now. It is streaming now on Netflix. But yeah, so she has a background of her father leaving her. He's dead to her. A man who's like her boss at her job basically takes her under his wing as her daughter. But she has this defense. Then you have her then husband, who is, I mean, an absolute tool. Apparently he gets everything that he wants, but he's just very aggressive. Even getting their home when they got married, he made a crazy outlandish offer to someone who wasn't selling the home and said, so imagine how bad a crazy person could make your life today, tomorrow, you know. So basically, make the decision so you don't have to go through that. And he's just like that. There's a theme. You have her or him. You have their daughter, dude. Their little girl. I mean, what is she? She's 5 probably in the movie, but probably like 7. You know what I'm saying? Playing. Dude, 7 years old. I was out freaking slapping whoopee cushions underneath people's chairs, bro. I mean, an idiot. Attention span gone. Like, I was talking to any and everybody. Still to this day, that's how I am. But bro, and this little girl is nailing this.
Oh yeah.
Nailing this.
Yeah.
You know, the love of a daughter, the unconditional love as a child towards your parents, the genuine fear about when you know you're in danger, the emotion, just crying, screaming, like all these things, and they're not like over the top stuff. They're just, I mean, on par.
Yeah.
Just right on par.
Yeah. I love that too that you said not over the top
No,
because
none.
I could just imagine this is really how a child would react in said situations.
Exactly, and it breaks my heart, bro. It breaks my heart seeing that. But that's how you know it's good. It breaks your heart,
Yeah.
and it's just a movie.
Mhm.
But this really happens, and then you have Jennifer Lopez's friend, male friend, who was her ex boyfriend from I guess like college. Another like good guy, regular Joe Schmo kind of guy, but just
Literally.
everyone. Yeah. Oh shoot. And look, even the mother-in-law, like just the way the fit is and her
Mhm.
mannerism, like everyone in here, I think played their
Yeah,
part
played the part.
so well,
Yeah.
so well. So, bro, casting crazy, acting spoke about that, chemistry, the chemistry between everyone, the friends, the man Phil at the diner playing this fatherly role. You
Mhm.
know, I mean, dude, there's a moment where they are basically trying to save her and
Mhm.
allow her to get out of the house. It's just him, the best friend, and some other random guy I think that they work with, busting into their house
Mhm.
to save her, like with just a baseball bat.
Mhm.
And Mitch makes a great point. It's like you don't get it. You broke into my home. It's nighttime. I could shoot you right now and kill you, and the lights are off, and I didn't see. Like, bro, everyone killed it. Chemistry was
And
insane.
even Slim and Joe, like I
Yeah.
felt like they genuinely had a history. Like they knew
Yes.
each other beforehand.
Like imagine if like they were actually hanging out, like they were like, okay, we're gonna hang out for like a month straight, so we
Yeah.
can have that feeling of
Mhm.
knowing each other. Dang,
Yeah,
I just
which
made that
was
up. That might
so
not be a thing, but
can I see my
oh,
notes?
for sure.
Because I did the comparison between Joe and Mitch,
Mm-hmm.
who plays Slim's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's his name in the movie.
Yep.
Um the like I guess Mitch has this I feel like at least maybe because I've already seen the movie I know,
Mm.
but I feel like Mitch is already kind of disassociated. Like you can tell there's a hardness to him.
Yeah.
You know, he's not completely invested
Mm-hmm.
in his marriage and even into Slim.
Mm-hmm.
Um but that plays
Mm-hmm.
into who he is,
Yes.
his character in general, where like I feel like you just see it in Joe. He's looking at Slim and he's attentive and he's kind and he's gentle to her, so you
Yeah.
already know that he's the friend, he's the one that respects her, he's the one that loves her.
Mm-hmm.
So the chemistry, the acting, I think they go hand in hand and was done to perfection.
I agree. Couldn't agree
um
more.
Let me see Mitch's character, love the relationship. um
What you got for like the writing?
Oh, hold on. But for acting,
Yes.
this goes hand in hand with acting and editing
Okay.
too. Was that uh Jen,
Okay.
like being able to say so much with her face in those
Yes.
scenes that I had mentioned,
By the
being able to
way,
say
didn't
so much
mention,
with her face.
not to disrespect, didn't mention, but if y'all know Jennifer Lopez history, as much as I know, I don't know too much, but I know that she started off as a dancer on this show called In Living Color back in the 90s or late 80s. I don't know when exactly. Started off there. Y'all know that she makes music and acts. I prefer her in movies. In this movie right here, if you've never seen her in a movie, this is top. This is top.
Yeah, yeah. This and like Selena are,
Oh, oh
she has to
yeah,
always be remembered for those films.
oh yeah.
Has to.
I wish she would do more films like this, like do more
Yeah.
bio. Oh my god, sorry, El Cantante with Mark Anthony. Are you kidding me? That's insane. The story of Hector Lavoe. Sorry, that's incredible too. Biopics. Sorry for yelling. Biopics and
Inside
dramas.
voices.
Yeah, and dramas and the occasional monster-in-law. Go on.
Okay, so the next one we have is Pace. I one thing that I really liked was the movie starts out with an upbeat song. It's the All I Wanna Do
Mm-hmm.
is Have Some. And it's funny because like if you already know what the movie is, or even I'm sure people have said it, it's maybe like a thriller or it's about abuse. And you're just kind of like,
Really?
Am I watching the right movie?
Yeah, you turn it on. Her life is pretty okay. Like, it's not
Yeah,
terrible.
she's joking. Everything seems fine. So it's just like, how does this turn out the way that it does? But that's why I love you see the relationship happen from scratch. You see how women get into these situations,
Yep.
you know, unwillingly,
Yeah.
of course. But it's, I don't know. I just feel like there's always this, well, how did she not tell? Couldn't she see it?
Oh,
or
don't
whatever.
forget to talk. I wrote this down. Bro, this man's so psycho that they set up him and his best friend to go to the diner that she works at.
Mm-hmm.
The friend acts as if he's interested. Then her then husband or pet, whatever, interjects and says, "How much was the bet?" And basically was like, "Oh, him and his buddy bet on, like, how fast can he get into your pants."
Mm-hmm.
And it was all a sham just to get her. And apparently he's done this time and time again, but she was the one that she was the only one that he decided to finally marry.
Yep.
For what?
Yeah.
For what, bro?
Mm-hmm.
And again, I just brought that into what you said about, like, the red flags. No one would have ever known. Like, that was, it started off chivalrous, if anything.
Yeah, no, and that's just the whole thing. The first hit didn't come until Gracie was already here, and Gracie was at least 5 or 6 years old. So you have to imagine the dating, being married, and then having a child.
It can happen. There can be a switch.
You can date someone you can be married for a decade and not see anything.
Yeah.
And then the person starts to unravel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she caught him cheating. Imagine if she never did. You know? I'm going to take a break. Go ahead. You go into it.
Oh, man, that was so good. Just talk a little more so I'll just find some good stuff to chat about.
I got to look at my notes then.
No, man, just talk about the movie.
Well, the pace, so the pace, though, we did mention that it goes by pretty fast because of that. You see the relationship from scratch all the way to the very end.
Yep.
But I didn't mind it. I feel like we've talked about this in other movies where, like, it went by so fast. It doesn't. Crawdad.
Yeah. But,
you know?
Did I say that? I didn't say that.
No.
Elvis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Elvis.
No, Elvis is flying by. Crawdad was slow.
It was slow in the beginning, remember? And then we zoom all the way to see her die. But anyway.
Yeah, no, that was just the end. That I didn't care about. No, that Elvis was the one that was like, what the freak?
Yeah.
This movie was weird because, for me, because it was just chops, but it was, I don't know. There was like it flowed, if it will.
Yeah,
again, there were chapters. That was different.
Yeah.
And each chapter, it gave you a title so you knew what was coming.
So you like that? You like that they gave you that kind of disclosure?
It was almost like a narration.
Yeah.
So it's like, it helps you follow through. It's fun in a way, so it's, you're reading a story. You get what I'm saying? Whereas something like Elvis, two completely different movies, but it's just like boom, 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 boom. All right, calm down. Let me get some story. Let me get some context. Let me feel for a second. But yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about too. What we said, pace. We got believability in writing. Yeah, you just hit me with that though about it could be 5 to 10 years before someone switches, because like I didn't catch it watching it, but like holy crap, like I mean on the outside he's chivalrous in the beginning. He's a provider. They provide with a good home, security, a family dynamic with her and her mother, and like she's a part of something that she didn't have.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
and these kind of men usually prey on women like that.
Yeah. And then he makes this crazy thing. Like I said, he's such a tool. He's like a construction project manager for like a construction company or something. He's got money. She was just a waitress. So he uses that as an advantage against her. Like you said, preys on. And it's just like, yo, this man is like, he's twisted.
Yeah.
Because to like, I guess, wait for the right moment. Because like, who knows how long he was even cheating. That part we don't know.
Yeah.
But man, to be that twisted, and dude, when he says this part, this kills me. He said, I thought it was clear. I make the money, so I make the rules.
Yo, and there are really families raising up young men like this.
That is
to believe that.
That was twisted, bro. Twisted. And if that's the life that people are like putting out there and putting into young men's heads, it's no wonder why women are going the other way and either wanting someone who just basically just throws money at them and they just use them, or the opposite where women are basically wearing, I don't want to say wearing the pants, I want to say that they are taking the role of a husband
Yeah.
on themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's twisted. It's just
Well,
twisted.
and I think especially for, I don't want to say my generation because I know I've heard your mom say it too, but a lot of girls in my age group all grew up with mothers who were like, you're going to go to school, you're going to go to college, and you're going to get a job because you are never going to rely on a man to take care of you.
Yeah.
For said reason. Literally, that was my grandparents. My grandmother never worked. She didn't even drive.
Yeah.
My grandfather was the sole provider for everything, and she was responsible for the house and the kids.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and I hate to say it, but my grandfather was abusive too. You know what I mean? There's just this power trip, and I wish I could say I'm so happy we've moved past that.
Yeah.
I think we've progressed because there are so many more women in the workforce.
Yeah.
But that mentality it's still here. It's still very much here.
Oh my God, and I think I just noticed something, and I'm not trying to be funny, but it's gonna happen right now. They're gonna show him, so I'm gonna know. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Lights go on. Boom. Come on, show him. Boom. What is he wearing?
A wife beater. You're so annoying.
Damn.
You're so annoying.
I'm so sorry.
Is that where it came from?
I'm so sorry, but I know that no, it is. You didn't know that? You don't know the story about tank tops?
No.
That's literally, you can look it up. I don't know where. I'm thinking it's New York, but it was literally when men were coming outside of their homes, they would be, after abusing their wives, they were wearing tank tops.
Oh my God. I'm getting sick to my stomach.
Wife beaters. I'm sorry, this is history. I don't know where it came from, but I am just the messenger. I am so sorry. Not to make a light note of that at all, but I just knew it was coming up. Also, pace, believability. Yes, this is very believable. Unfortunately, I don't know if y'all caught what I said earlier, but this movie came out in 2002. 21 years. Coming up on 21 years. And 21 years ago, I told Nicole, was when my mother was victim to domestic violence. So it's crazy that this came out the same time she was experiencing that. And if I'm not wrong, my mom was either 27, 28, which is only a year younger than I am now.
And that's an adult. Like, people hear 30 years old and they think like you're already set in your ways in your life. And for, I feel like sometimes people think maybe this happens to like younger, naive girls because they haven't either been in a relationship long enough or whatever. They haven't been out there long enough. But this is a grown woman this is happening to.
Yeah. And I'm just imagining if the story were similar, or in the sense of like age, like if I put like my mom's age, she would have found her husband 23. Like, they would have found each other at 23. Everything looked good, taking care of her, blah, blah, blah. By the time she's 28, you imagine, like, oh my God, my life is going so, well, like, I'm becoming a woman. I have a family, I have a home, I have security, I have someone who loves me. And then, boom, out of nowhere. And then I just think about, like, again, our situation. My mom had 2 kids. It's completely different in the sense where, dude, not to be funny and not to bring up any old stuff, but like, my mom was the breadwinner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Mom, love you. You're a freaking survivor. You're my freaking queen. Love you. But dude, I cannot believe that. I can't put myself in that place. One, to even be disgusting to do something like that to a woman. But to put myself also in her shoes.
Yeah.
To be going through that with 2 kids.
Yeah.
While I'm holding down finances. What?
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's blowing I'm watching this and it's just blowing my mind. And imagine when she's trying to get away. Imagine how many women go through it and they try to get away. And they can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No,
so
no.
believability, it's up there. There's only one part of this movie that there's a little weird for believability, but it's not about the stuff that happens. It's about help that she gets from her father, That's it. I'll talk about that later.
Yeah. All right. So just my take on it. One thing about the writing and script was I loved how they show the antagonist in literally when they meet.
Yeah.
You don't even realize that he and the decoy are in the same frame.
Yeah, at all.
The first time you watch this movie and you don't know who the bad guy is, you assume it's the guy that she's meeting first.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even realize that the actual antagonist is right behind him and he's in the same frame.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was beautifully done.
Love that. I'm glad you mentioned that because that is so great. Because I remember when I saw it.
Yeah.
And no, better yet, I remember when I saw it the second time and I saw what you just saw, and it just hits so different.
Yeah.
Again, if you haven't seen this, go see it. It's on Netflix.
It's an experience, man.
Literally.
And I love it. I agree. Incredibly believable because what I love is well, one, I wrote down when she says, "I'm not this person."
Mm-hmm.
And that's all of us, even when it comes to things like addiction.
Yeah.
Or just like, I could never get addicted to that.
Yeah.
I don't have an addictive personality, whatever. It's not always drugs or alcohol. You know what I mean?
Said, like, I'm not a woman who lets her husband beat her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
So it's just like, you don't know unless you're in someone's shoes. You can't talk about people unless you're in their shoes. Oh man, I have like a whole paragraph on.
I have like the timer thing set to 2 hours. Not to say that we're, but like I don't have to worry about anything. So
yeah. So and believability that I love again that they gave this. So I'm gonna give a comparison. Please don't laugh at me for it. But I compared this, at least the believability aspect, to Home Alone, in the sense of you hear they left their son home when they went to Paris. How the hell do you do that as a mother? But they give you all the situations that you're just like, the power went out. Mm-hmm. They didn't hear the alarm. Everybody's rushing. They have to run to the airport, so you can't.
There's 14 people to be accountable for.
Yeah. You can't keep your eye on all of them. You do the head count, and the stupid neighbor's kid is in the car, so you miscount.
So
like,
it could happen.
Exactly. Yeah. They give you these situations where it's like, oh, you got a question for that? That's how it could happen.
Yeah.
Human error. It's an actual thing.
It is.
So I just love that.
Oh my God. There's people who've like left their kids places.
Yeah, exactly. It happens. Yeah. It just happens. So I love that they showed the very first time she gets hit.
Yeah.
She was very sad and distraught and quiet. Mm-hmm. Remember, she's just sitting on the floor, kind of, being the ultimate victim.
Yeah.
And then the second time when she does I can smell her perfume on you. Yeah. She's a little bit more, what did I say? She's angry. She's loud. She stood up for herself. Yeah. Both situations ended up badly. Both. Yep. So it just goes to show, like, when people say, why didn't you stand up for yourself? Why didn't you hit him back or whatever?
That's good.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and then he's such a coward. He mentions it now, like in the beginning, and he mentions it towards the end. He says, all I need is one good hit. Mm-hmm. He's like, you want to fight me? He's like, I'm a man, honey. Mm-hmm. There's no contest. Mm-hmm. Like he's just a straight B word the whole freaking movie. And even, bro, sorry. It's just so freaking crazy.
No, again, for any of the questions, why doesn't she do this? Why doesn't she do that? She goes to the cops. She tried to sneak out.
Yes.
She, what is it?
Oh my God, we're not even talking about that. Yeah, she goes to the cops. She says, what happens if my friend is in this issue, whatever. Well, but get what is that called? The paper.
Restraining order.
Restraining order. She's like, and if he comes at her, what's she do? Throw it at him? It's like, no, he contacts us. It's like, okay, what about the kid? There's a kid involved, blah, blah, blah.
And proof. You need proof.
You need proof on your body for this to happen.
So let him keep hitting you and then bring it to our attention so we can give you a piece of paper.
Exactly. And then, so then what? They take the kid, the whole bit, and then it just goes to show that our law enforcement does not help when help needs to happen. It's crazy. And I heard and I have to check. I'll probably I'll ask you, like, we'll bring this up because this is very personal to me. So I would love to, like, kind of showcase this on the For Real Podcast Instagram. Supposedly there's a new law that's passed too about domestic violence cases, and where, cops are even less involved now. What? What?
I haven't heard of it, but I wouldn't even be surprised.
Like, bro, I'm gonna check, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but if I'm right, what? Insane to me. And dude, like, not for nothing, but yes, this is a woman going against a man,
Mm-hmm.
and no one's helping.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane.
And even their help feels limited, you know?
Yeah, man.
Like even the lawyer that she meets at the very end, he's just like, I can't do anything for you. He's gonna try to
Bro.
kill you.
And then they said the custody case that they're supposed to have a hearing
Mm-hmm.
about who gets custody. It's not even about the case, but it's so that Mitch, her husband, could actually bring her to a place where they will then get her
Mm-hmm.
and kill her. And he said that to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically too late. And the only times where it would have helped her in her case, for the case only, was if she went to the cops. But if she went to the cops, it would have made him more pissed. He would have there was just,
Yeah.
this shows what happens to women in these situations. Incredible. Jennifer Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
man, now again, it hits different now, being 28, gonna be 29.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Again, she got
Oh,
away.
you had a
She
nightmare?
actually escaped her abuser. She changed her name. Still not okay. She had a rigged house with a weapon watch that did a little
Like a mace or something.
yeah, mace spray. She had a second car to switch into to escape.
That's the part I want
Not
to talk
okay.
about, believability, though. Okay, her real quick, her dad, Jupiter, sends her some money.
Mm-hmm.
What looks like maybe $2,000. This woman goes and buys a whole dang house
Yeah, she doesn't have a job. Like, she didn't get a job from this.
and two cars. Her daily, and then her getaway that she switched. Sorry, go on. That junk was crazy.
Yeah, no. So this, I'm just gonna tell you right now. I scored this a 4.4
Okay.
because this is where, not that the script fails, or the story fails, but this is, I think, a more rare case. And I'm not saying it's not true. I'm sure it is.
Uh huh.
But she was fortunate enough to have a husband that was at least transparent and told her exactly the kind of scumbag he was.
Yep.
Where some men don't say anything.
Yeah.
These women just find out, I don't know who I'm married to anymore.
Yeah.
She had a child that was old enough to identify her dad holding a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes this happens. I don't know how old Nandi was.
Yeah.
You know, was
Yeah.
she old enough
she
to
was-
be able to even speak?
Oh, what happened to my mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She was 7. I was 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kind of close to this situation.
Yeah. But women who have just infants,
Mhm.
you know, which we see in the movie, you'll see in the movie if you watch it. The Phil who tries to help Slim escape, she tells the daughter to wake up, look at daddy holding the gun,
Yep.
you know, so she can report it if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I thought it was more, so that's good. I thought it was just like a thing. So like, look who your dad is. He's a scumbag.
oh
And
no,
then
I
also
thought that
don't-
was more like a report thing. Like she can say, I saw daddy holding something up.
And I also thought like he's not gonna shoot me if he sees.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Hey, no, right here.
She has friends that help point her in the direction to lawyers. She has people with resources. Her dad, who's rich and resourceful. She was able to get one-on-one self-defense training and ship her child off,
Yep.
you know, so that she didn't have any distractions and she could fully dedicate herself to her protection.
Yep.
So a lot of things. And then she, at the very end, when she completely, you know, investigates the house, finds the guns, puts the letters in and stuff like that. Not every woman has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Goes to that length.
That length. That alone.
Yeah.
Even if you were to, come on, let's be honest. People go to self-defense classes all the time. You have to have the confidence to actually do it.
Yeah.
And then you're going to a self-defense class. You're being taught something. So the person's not coming at you with all their force.
Mm-hmm.
The elements are not against you. Like, even though she went in there and learning how to freaking pick a lock into a mansion, going in there and checking the whole place, like you said, putting the letters, removing the guns, feeling out the apartment to know if this happens, I know how to respond. Like, no one, I'm going to say this is going to be a broad statement. No one is doing that. No
Yeah.
one's doing that. You know what I'm saying?
At least not by themselves.
Heck no, bro. Come on.
Not by themselves. So,
She had that class for like a month, maybe.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, because remember she had. That's what she said. She was like, "I have a month." Yeah, I think that's what she
Hmm.
said until the hearing.
Yeah.
So she's like,
Yeah.
"That's all my time I have."
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, these attackers, whether it's your husband or a stranger, they come at your most vulnerable moment when you're
Exactly.
least expecting it. And sometimes they're not coming at you with their fist. They're coming at you with like a
Any type of
chlorophyll filled
weapon or yeah,
napkin
yeah, yeah,
or mace or
yeah,
something. They might come up behind you and just whack you over the head.
yeah.
You have no
Which he
way of
tries.
defending
Which
yourself.
he remember he did that with when she was turning around for something. He grabbed a lamp and
Yeah,
swung that thing back of her head, top of her shoulder, something
exactly.
like that,
Yeah.
and took her down.
Yeah. And all that self defense, I'm not going
Goes
to
out
say
the
went
window.
to nothing, but at
Yeah,
least in that moment it does.
yeah, yeah, and but that too. How often? I don't know, but how often are your trainers saying that like he might get you? There might be a time where he gets you, and she's like, that's impossible. We have to prepare for the
Yes,
impossible.
I wrote that down too.
You know,
I love that.
um, how often will that happen? All that to say, like, dude, those are grave lengths to go through to make
Hmm.
this happen. Um, I rather honestly, I'm down to just talk about the movie like this. I don't even care about going through the blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, yeah. We could just do the grade after. So let's
Okay.
chop it up. Um, dude, let me think some more. Uh, right now we're at the part where she actually goes to see her father that she's not seen, I guess, ever before, and he gives her the money and such. But just seeing this, there's a part where it's right after this. They go and sit on some steps, and it's just her and her daughter, and Jennifer Lopez, she just breaks down, as I mean anyone would, and her daughter just looks at her and says, "Don't cry, mommy, please don't cry." Dude, just show like the unconditional love of a child, but like the hopelessness,
And the
like
innocence.
yeah, the innocence of the kid,
Yeah.
but the hopelessness of her. Like, I'm
Yeah.
your mom. We're homeless. We have no help, not even from my dad. Dude, like, I mean, you're at the end of your rope,
Yeah.
And to me, right, again, imagining, imagine your mom when you're a little kid and this happening. Like, dude, insane.
Yeah.
This is insane. This blows my, like, I remember when it happened, like, me and my sister and mom, we left and we went to my aunt's house and we stood the night. And we ended up going back home because that was our home.
Exactly. What else are you gonna
What
do?
are you gonna do? And I remember just a second, not really second time, but another time where it would have gotten bad. And I remember it was me, Nandi, my mom, and I think we were with one of my mom's friends. I think. And we were in a rental, and we went somewhere. Were they with us? Was the per? I don't know if he was with. I don't remember. But all I remember is that we were stopped, um, on where we lived. I don't think I ever told you this. Where we used to live
Mhm.
on. That was Quinnipiac. On
Mhm.
Quinnipiac, right before, if you're going towards our old apartment, Ziggy's would be on your left, not your right.
Mhm.
Before that light, we were right there in traffic, and they were trying to get in the car. Was like basically threatened to punch the window out. Like,
What?
yeah, dude. Like, I remember it was so crazy. But dude, like I said, we were kids, and it's just my mom. Like,
Yeah.
and dude, I think as I got older, like, I like lost respect for other people in my life, because anyone who knew
Yeah.
that this was happening and didn't help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was, dude, that really
And
messed with me
that's
mentally.
I don't it's not going to get completely off topic, but
Yeah.
that is one of my issues with the mind your business statement.
Yeah.
Because I get it, don't get me wrong, like she put Slim,
Yeah.
she put people that she loved in danger
Yeah.
because Mitch had connections where he would send fake FBI people to Joe and threaten him,
Yeah.
or even holding a gun up to Phil and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, you can put other people in danger by getting
For sure.
involved, but it's like, then what are you even doing here
Yeah.
as a human being on this earth?
Yeah.
I do think there's a line between being nosy and like obviously that's just nosy. That's just like knowing the situation and not doing anything about it. But if you're not helping people who need it, like these women need help.
Yeah.
Because
like you remember that time, or were you with us when we were driving?
Yes.
You were with us.
And that woman got punched to the ground.
Dude, we were driving home from somewhere, church maybe, honestly, and we were all together in a car. We're driving down Clay Street, and we're seeing a man and a woman arguing. She's in his face, whatever, arguing. I don't think she touched him. This man came.
We drove by at the moment.
He punched this woman right in the face, and she fell to the ground, bro. It was the craziest thing ever. We called the police, and we said like the whereabouts of where it was at and everything, and it was insane, bro. Like,
I had never seen anything like that in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and there's a difference. I feel like people would be so much more compassionate and willing to help if they were exposed. And I'm not even saying like, oh, we should all just like go to the hood and like see bad stuff happening. But it's just like when you see it happening in real life, it's not a movie anymore. You're like, this is real danger in front of me.
Literally. It was insane, man. But just to say, this is real. This is just a movie, but the things that happen, this happens.
Yeah.
This happens. This is real life stuff. So if you didn't think to go this way, but if you or anyone has experienced this, seek help. If you, like you said, anyone you know has experienced it, try to help in some way, shape, or form. Because, dude, we hear they talk about it. Like the officer at the end, after she's already defeated her husband, after they had the whole battle, and what now looks like he dies. I forget what it was that they said, but then he goes, "Oh, you're one of the lucky ones."
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, oh my God, this actually happens to other people. One, and two, yeah, one of the lucky ones, because all the other ones probably die.
Mm-hmm.
Or probably get beat this bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Again, things that I didn't catch when I was younger.
Right.
Things that I catch now. And I'm like, dang, they really put every little bit of detail that needed to be put in here.
Exactly. And I love kind of tying into like Jen's faces because of that. The realization face of like, there's other women that are going through this. I'm just one case of who knows how many. Mm-hmm. But then I love, look, I just got goosebumps thinking about it. I love in the final fight scene where she's gotten up after he kicked her down. Mm-hmm. And she is going through her memories now. Mm-hmm. And it was almost like the first fight was just revenge. Mm-hmm. You know, slapping him around and everything was just like, I'm just pissed off because you're such a douche. Mm-hmm. And getting him back for every hit that he gave her. Yeah. But then at the very end, then it's emotional. And it's like, this isn't about revenge. This is about my life. Yep. Frog's coming back. Yeah. Frog's coming back. Yeah. Hold on. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this on the podcast. And she's going through her memories. And of course, it's the
scene with Gracie.
It's the scene with Gracie. It's the scene with Gracie when he pushes her daughter to the ground. And she's just like, there's no way I'm letting you near my child. Yeah. And then they killed him off perfectly because it wasn't like the first time she had the chance to murder him was like, I hate you. Yeah, it was just anger and rage. But this one was just like
survival.
And
it was almost
technically, I was going to say, technically she didn't even kill him. Yeah. She just kicked him down. Yep. And how he fell.
Yeah, he fell back in the banister.
Most likely probably like broke his neck or his spine or something.
Yeah. And
so I thought that was like the perfect way to kill him off.
No, incredible. And just everything that you were saying, I wanted to tie one thing too. Which again, just saying how like people wouldn't do this because of how dangerous it could be. I mean, she almost lost, you know, if she didn't have that little piece of training of, God forbid, you know, gets to this length. When she's at this store purchasing this mechanism that knocks out cell phones within like 10 meters or something, whatever. She says, "Is this gonna work?" And he says, "You bet your life." And there's a small gap, and she says, "I will."
Mm-hmm.
You don't even catch that. She's about to bet her life.
Yeah.
On this moment.
Yep.
Because, like you said, you're not getting next to my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You're not hurting me anymore. Or I might die here, but you're not getting next to my daughter. I tell you that much. Regardless of what, there's still evidence in that entire house. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh man, dude, freaking incredible.
Yeah.
I am just, again, go see this movie. Streaming now on Netflix.
Go see it again because this movie came out so long ago. I know it's not in the rotation. I know it's not, and it needs to be.
Listen here, we got a bunch of women right now that, I love it. Stand up for yourself. Be strong. Talk about this movie. Make this movie go crazy. Oh man, I wanted to do a quick little shout out. I forgot what it was. I said it.
Tim's.
Huh?
The Tims.
Oh, you could say that. Go ahead, say it real quick. It's funny. A little lighter note.
I was gonna mention it if we talked about the costume, but at the very end, when she's ready to fight her husband, she's strapped up in like gym gear. She puts on the gold rings and stuff like that so she can hit hard. Yeah. And then the icing, she puts on these black Tims. Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know why Tims didn't do like a. Oh my God.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Yo, I'm still Jenny from the block.
I don't understand why Tims just didn't have this campaign like.
Oh shoot, new campaign.
Buy Tims, protect your life.
No. Buy Tims. If you're a wife, protect your life.
You modified it to that. But yeah, stomp your husbands out.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Again, not trying to make light of the situation, but that was iconic. Also, again, when I already mentioned this, but when he was like, "I thought it was clear, honey. I make the money, I make the rules." And shout out E, the misogyny is running rampant. Like, yo, that man was outrageous for that comment. Definitely just wanted to say that. But babe, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Give it your score. You want to go through each thing real quick and show how you got there? My bad. Or I'll go first since you're getting on your phone. God, I hate this cough. Casting 5, acting 5, chemistry 5, writing 5, pace 4.2, believability 4.5, editing I give it a 3.7.
Whoa.
So it was better than mid. Color 3.5, sound 4, costume and stage 5, giving a grand total of 4.5 stars. Y'all, go see that.
Sounds about right. So I got casting, acting, chemistry 5, pace 4.5, writing, script, story 4.4, costume, stage design 5, color grade and editing 5, and sound effects and music 4.5, giving you a total of 4.7.
Woo! Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
That's almost 5 stars, guys. So that's a big deal. You got to go see it.
That's that Quinnipiac woman studies in you. Go crazy.
What do you... Oh, I know, right?
What do you mean? Look at that. You forgot. You forgot what you done did. That's crazy. Guys, go see it. Go see it.
Go see it.
Netflix.
This is a sensitive subject.
Netflix,
if you... Listen, even if you're a victim, talk to somebody. You can even reach out to us. And not saying that we're therapists, not saying that we are saviors. But you need to talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
If you need help finding help, again, we can do that. We can definitely do that.
Look up some resources and
we'll be happy to give some resources too when this episode airs, and everybody hears about it. But on a serious note, protect yourselves, take care of each other. And hope you enjoy this movie.
Loving it.
Hope it shows you something.
Loving it. Enjoyed this episode myself.
Yes.
Babe, I think we're back. I think we found our mojo. This is great. Guys, thank you so much again for all that you do. This is the For Real Podcast with your hosts,
Nicole
and Monty. And if you don't follow us on Instagram at the For Real Podcast, also on YouTube at the For Real Podcast, I appreciate you guys so much.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yes, guys. See ya.